Hey guys, welcome to Freaky Fridays. This will be my new series, Friday, where I play like...
Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
And that's the game we're playing, Serena. This is my new little series type thing. Can't pause this. Can't edit any of the sound either because apparently the music's really loud. But yeah.
Her photo is right there. Maybe I could have another look.
Yes, I will do in a second. This is a point and click type game, as you can see. As I click on things, the story will go on. It's supposed to be kind of a horror, kind of eerie vibe type thing. But we'll see as we go along. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's see what you have to say about this photo.
One more try. I know it's pointless, but I need to do it.
Why is she blurred out?
Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember?
Okay, this guy's good.
This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us.
Yeah, as you can see, it's just as I click, things pop up.
My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important.
The music's really weird.
The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love,
Is it going to
we
repeat now?
don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind.
Bit weird. All this stuff came with the cabin. How would you buy this? Okay. Vanishing cabin.
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this.
Dude, you some weird books.
The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
This is going to be a long episode, by the way. I'll be cutting it down into shorter ones, so yeah.
I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Is she dead or is she left?
A lot of rarities, and I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not.
You what?
Most of the books are mine, but
Okay,
all of hers are
appreciate it.
still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Weird.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Outside, look how weird it looks.
We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right?
You see the other window compared to this one. This one's like the cleanest one here.
I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly.
On the outside. Yeah, okay. That's a weird thought. What? That is one weird thought. Okay.
This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it.
Yeah, typical man. I'll get around to it sometime. Yeah. I'm not going out yet. True friends stand by each other through any adversity. That's the thing. Okay. See what it says.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes.
So what they're much talking in
Blue
my
eyes.
end. Because he talks a lot, apparently.
It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet Oisin goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
I read it off since we did it. Come love with peace in your heart, said. I can't pronounce that word. Of the ice blue eyes. Ride with me, said you also guys. Here is our mount. A snow white mane. Come, Orson, to my gardens fair, in the land of youth, where youth our shall be circle of days, our sun and sky and rainbow wave.
I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life.
Yeah, good. Ooh, a chest. Has it got
Something draws me to this trunk.
trunks?
Is it the memories locked within? Or something else?
I don't know.
We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside.
Well, get your key. Have you got your key on you?
It's too painful. I want to, but not yet.
Okay.
We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even
But
out
you had
here.
hunted.
But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market.
Okay. Repeat.
We used to love rummaging around those. She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
How long have you been in this cabin on your own, dude? That looks really, really long. Yeah.
Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it.
She uses most of it, but she's still alive then. Okay. Oh. Got something on whatever.
We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out.
Was it always on?
She adored all things of nature. I remember her
Bible.
long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. She's fairly religious. Not me.
This is her
I'm the cold and
outside
cynical bastard.
then.
But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us.
Sorry guys. Didn't expect there to be swearing in there.
She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole,
Wow.
I guess. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot. A
Okay.
plant is a plant.
Sorry about the swearing.
Beautiful to some,
Not me, it's the
boring
game.
to others. Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was
Wow,
never
much
prudish about
talking
sex,
is there?
so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable. No, I don't want to read right now. They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a horrible existence. We have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin. Like my books.
Yeah, I've only looked at your
Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion.
The bed looks alright, it's just a bit nice and smooth. There's got a drink actually there.
Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out.
Really? This is his side. Not much. Okay.
She was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these. Actually, I think she was into them too.
That looks interesting. We can always try it.
I read it for the articles, of course. Like that one by the guy. That one about the thing.
Typical guy.
I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods. Something good left in this world. They still make covers like this. Erotic. Not obscene. She's beautiful, but what's her obsession with dolphins?
What?
I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods.
Oh.
Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months.
This is your lamp, and it lasts for ages. That's her lamp, it'll last for a couple of days.